Looking for the best tablet that packs a punch without breaking the bank? The Poco Pad 5G and the Lenovo Tab P12. Both the tablets offer impressive features at a great price point. But the real question here is, which one of them stands out as the best budget tablet? The Lenovo Tab has a massive display, whereas the Poco Pad has a much smoother display. Don't miss this video, as by the end, we will find out which tablet offers the best bang for your buck. My name is Prithviraj and I create videos on productivity, tech and life. Let's kick things off with the design of the two tablets. The Poco Pad features a sleek aluminum build with a premium feel. Despite being a budget-friendly device, it's slim at just 7.5mm and it's lightweight. It weighs around 568 grams, which makes it super easy to carry around. It also has slim bezels, providing a more modern look while ensuring it's easy to hold. The Poco Pad has done a great job of making the tablet look more expensive than it actually is. On the other hand, the Lenovo Tab P12 has a sturdy build and similar aluminum chassis. It too feels quite premium. Lenovo went for a more minimalistic and professional design. It's slightly slimmer than the Poco Pad with a thickness of 6.9mm. The duotone finish at the back adds a bit of a flair, making it stand out visually. The Poco Pad also has this duotone texture on the left side, but the texture on the Lenovo Tab feels much more prominent. In terms of build quality, both the tablets are excellent for their price. However, the Poco Pad slightly feels more modern and sleek, while the Tab P12 leans towards a more professional design. Next up, let's talk about one of the most important aspects of any tablet, and that is its display. The Poco Pad 5G features a 12.1 inches IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1600 x 2560 pixels. The display is bright, colorful and it offers solid viewing angles. Plus, it comes with a refresh rate of 120Hz. Hence, scrolling through apps and content feels incredibly smooth. It's great for watching movies, surfing the web or even gaming for that aspect. Meanwhile, the Lenovo Tab P12 comes with a larger 12.7-inch LCD display with a resolution of 1840 x 2944 pixels. As in, it's a 3K display. The added screen real estate is definitely a bonus, especially for those who want to use a tablet for multitasking or media consumption. While the display is slightly lower in refresh rate at 60Hz, it still offers a sharp and vibrant viewing experience. Watching videos or reading is comfortable here, and the larger screen can definitely make a difference if you need that extra space for productivity apps. Now, while comparing the brightness of the two devices, the Poco Pad is definitely brighter among the two. I've pointed out this aspect in my full review of the Lenovo Tab P12. It lacks a bit whereas brightness is concerned. While the Poco Pad's 120Hz refresh rate offers a smoother experience, the Lenovo Tab's larger and slightly higher screen resolution provides more space for productivity as well as media consumption. So if smoothness is more important for you, then the Poco Pad wins over here. But if you value screen size and you're looking for a larger display, the Lenovo Tab P12 is a pretty solid choice. Both tablets also pack impressive audio setups. The Poco Pad 5G has a quad speaker setup powered by Dolby Atmos, and it gets decently loud. I was missing a punch in the mids and the bass segment, to be honest, but the clarity of the sound was actually nice, as in the high frequencies are taken care of, which is actually great for watching movies, but for listening to music, not so much. It's somewhat of a similar scenario here on the Tab P12. It features a JBL tuned quad speaker setups and Dolby Atmos support, of course. The sound quality is very similar to that of the Poco Pad, lacking a bit of that warmth. But comparing the loudness of the two devices, the Lenovo Tab P12 is louder in comparison with the Poco Pad. But one area where the Poco Pad excels is that we have a headphone jack on the Poco Pad, but not on the Lenovo Tab. The headphone jack has really become rare nowadays, so I really would like to thank Xiaomi for featuring this in the Poco Pad. But overall, no matter which device you choose, you're gonna have a great time binge watching your favorite content on Netflix as well as YouTube. All your media consumption needs will be taken care of, and also please consider subscribing to my channel if you're finding this useful. That will really help me out a lot. Alright, now here comes the business end. Let's get into the performance of the two tablets, and this is where the things start to get interesting. The Poco Pad 5G is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset paired with 8GB of RAM. We get two variants of internal storage. We have a 128GB variant as well as a 256GB variant. The performance is more than sufficient for a budget tablet, I must say. Whether you are browsing the web, streaming or doing some casual gaming, the Poco Pad handles all these smoothly, and thanks to the 5G support, you can expect fast internet speeds as more 5G networks roll out. The Lenovo Tab P12, on the other hand, is equipped with a MediaTek Dimensity 7050 chipset paired with 8GB of RAM, and we get two different variants here as well, 128GB as well as 256GB of internal storage. The Dimensity chipset handles everyday tasks quite nicely, I must say. It is surprisingly good in multitasking. However, one downside is that there is no cellular variant for the Lenovo Tab P12. If that was something you might require, then it's not there. But one good side of both the tablets is that they both feature a dedicated microSD card slot for expandable storage. This is forever gonna be a very welcoming addition. Here are the benchmark scores of both the tablets on Geekbench in case you're interested in that. Both the tablets will be able to handle all your day-to-day tasks well. The Poco Pad will slightly perform better in all aspects thanks to the Snapdragon chipset. I had no issues with my regular apps like Notion and Todoist, and also I had a great time editing photos here on Lightroom room. On top of that, you can do some light video editing on both the devices. The gaming performance was okayish on both the devices, I must say, as we of course can't expect a flagship level performance on any of the devices. But for what we are paying, they surely get the job done quite nicely. I faced no issues playing games like Asphalt, BGMI and Brawl Stars on both the devices. I was getting a stable FPS overall on medium settings. It of course would start to struggle if we max out the graphics settings, but on medium settings, I didn't face much issues. In terms of software, the Poco Pad 5G runs on a skinned version of Android 14, which is known as the Xiaomi HyperOS, and the Lenovo Tab P12 runs on Android 14 as well, with Lenovo's custom skin on top of it. The UI on the Lenovo Tab has almost a stock Android-like interface, whereas the custom skin on the Poco Pad makes it feel more like the UI of the iPad. Both the interfaces are user-friendly and optimized for tablet use. I personally feel the UI offered by Lenovo is much more cleaner and less cluttered when compared with the Poco Pad. However, the software experience felt a bit laggy on both the devices. For example, the Poco Pad has this weird software issue where it takes a brief moment to actually rotate the screen. I also faced software lags on the Lenovo Tab P12, specifically while scrolling between apps and stuff. I hope both Xiaomi and Lenovo would address all these issues in a future software update. As for the cameras, both the tablets feature a fairly basic setups. The Poco Pad 5G has a 8-megapixel rear camera as well as a 8-megapixel front camera. They are decent for scanning documents or making video calls. The Lenovo Tab P12 offers an 8-megapixel rear camera and a 13-megapixel front camera. Though Lenovo has added some software enhancements to slightly improve the overall video quality. And as usual, this is the side-by-side comparison of both the front cameras. So currently the sound is coming from the Lenovo Tab P12, and as you can see, this is more like a brighter thing, whereas the Poco Pad over here is like a more natural kind of tone. And now the sound is coming from the Poco Pad 5G, and I must say among the two cameras I prefer this one more, the Poco Pad. This one is wider, but the colors on this one feels more natural, to be honest. When it comes to the battery life, both the devices are very strong contenders. The Poco Pad 5G comes with a huge 10,000 mAh battery that can easily last you through a full day of usage. Whether you're watching movies, browsing or gaming, you can expect around 8 to 10 hours of screen on time. This tablet also supports 33 watts fast charging, which is a big plus at this price point. The Lenovo Tab P12 on the other hand packs a massive 10,200 mAh battery, offering up to 12 hours of battery life depending on your usage, that is. It supports 30 watts fast charging. Now let's talk about the productivity features. As both of these tablets have great potential for work and school, if you're someone who likes to take notes or do some light productivity work on the go, then let us see how both the tablets compare in this aspect. We of course would have to buy the stylus and the other accessories separately, so please keep that in mind. But the thing is that the official stylus by Poco, which is the Poco Smart Pen, isn't available on India as of now. Someone actually pointed out in my previous video that I can use my Xiaomi Smart Pen with it, but however for some reason it didn't seem to work for me. Maybe the version I'm using is unsupported or something like that, but at this state I'm kinda confused as someone is saying it's working for them, but for me I didn't have any luck. Hence as of now I simply had to rely on third-party styluses. For example, I've been using this universal stylus and I must say the experience was nowhere near the best. The Lenovo Tab P12 however shines in this aspect. It comes with full keyboard support, and also the Lenovo Pen Plus is readily available in the market as of now. On top of that, the larger screen also makes split screen multitasking a lot more comfortable. So if you're a student and you have to switch between your Notes app and your PDF for example, then it would be more convenient here on the Lenovo Tab. For what we are having to pay, the writing experience was fairly great over here, I must say. For productivity and the educational aspect, the Tab P12 definitely takes the crown. Here's a screenshot of the current price of the Poco Pad 5G, and here's a screenshot of the Lenovo Tab P12 as well as the Lenovo Pen. As you can see, both the tabs are very similar whereas the pricing is concerned. So what's the verdict? Which is the best tablet among these two? And more importantly, which one should you buy? Now this is interesting. So if I have to point out straight away, in terms of performance and if you're someone who might need the cellular connectivity, then the Poco Pad 5G is a far better choice. It has a Snapdragon chipset and a smoother display, making it ideal for intensive tasks like gaming and stuff. In this aspect, the Poco Pad 5G simply reigns supreme. However, if you're someone who is looking for a larger display and more features in terms of productivity is concerned, then the Lenovo Tab P12 might be a better choice. You're getting more screen real estate, hence a better multitasking experience. And also the stylus makes it ideal for note-taking if you're a student. But one thing I must say, no matter which side you choose, you will have a great device for yourself. But however, if you have a slightly higher budget, then you can check out more intense options like the OnePlus Pad 2 or the Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. They pack more power and you also get the S Pen right outside the box in the Samsung tablet, that is. Click here on this video to check out the comparison between the OnePlus Pad 2 versus the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 FE Plus. See you there.